This morning, Georgia is on our mind. After record-setting early voter turnout, the Peach State takes center stage in Tuesday's primaries and in Donald Trump's revenge fantasy. We'll have a preview of what to expect, plus some real talk about my fellow Republicans. Why you guys aren't calling out these people pushing the racist replacement theory? What's up with that? It's time to speak up. And what did Rudy say? We'll have the latest on Giuliani's 9 hours with the January 6th committee and who the panel could call next. I'm Michael Steele in for Jonathan Capehart, and this is The Sunday Show. This Sunday, we are counting down to Tuesday's primary elections as Republicans continue to fight for control of Congress and Dems fight for democracy. Polls will close for Georgia, Alabama, and Arkansas's primary races this Tuesday, as well as polls in Texas's primary runoff election. Early voting in Georgia closed Friday with a record of over 850,000 votes, a 212% increase from 2020, despite the state's new voting restrictions. And it's shaping up to be a tough battleground for Donald Trump. He denies that he's given up on David Perdue, his choice for governor and fellow election denier, but Perdue is trailing far behind incumbent Brian Kemp in the latest polls. That could set up a fall rematch between Kemp and Stacey Abrams, a flashback of 2018's closely contested race. Meanwhile, MAGA Republicans, many of whom denied the 2020 election results, continue to battle for seats. So far, Trump's MAGA cult has been making big wins in primaries. But will his luck run out come Tuesday night, especially in Georgia? The state seems to be obsessive for Trump. Well, joining me now, Washington correspondent for the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, Tia Mitchell, and senior advisor to the Lincoln Project, Tara Setmayer. She's also a former GOP Congressional Communications Director. Welcome to you both. Tia, you're currently there in Georgia. What's your reaction to the record turnout despite the new voter suppression laws put in place by Governor Kemp?
So Georgia voters are very energized in general. Georgia voters know there's a swing state. They know, especially on the Republican side, there are contested primaries. The voter law, the impact of the voter law will come after Election Day, and the test will be close races. The test will be if voters say, I was not able to cast the ballot because I needed a drop box, late at night, or, the line was long and I needed water and nobody could bring it to me. That is going to be the test of the election law. And it remains to be seen if there will be impact. But what Democrats have said is, why take that risk? Why change the law in ways that weren't needed, in ways that could affect people's ability to vote on Tuesday or any other day during the early voting period?
So, Tia, I want to stay with you on that point because it's Stacey Abrams' second time running for governor. Do you expect this to be yet another face-off between Governor Kemp and Stacey? And if so, how will this be different from 2018 showdown, especially given the increase in the number of people who turned out for early voting?
Yes, all indications are that this is going to be a rematch. There's a good chance that Governor Kemp will win the primary outright on Tuesday without the need for a runoff. Stacey Abrams doesn't have a primary challenger. And so a lot of things will be different. I think that Governor Kemp the difference is he has a record to run on as an incumbent. That's going to make it harder to beat him. But Stacey Abrams is different now. She's had 4 years where she has become a political rock star on the left. So she's a stronger candidate. In addition, over the past 4 years, the demographics of Georgia have continued to shift. Georgia has not only grown, but it's grown more diverse. And those are things that benefit Democrats. But again, we do have that new election law to contend with. Kemp versus Abrams in 2018 was very close. We would predict that it would be very close again in 2022. But demographics, the law, the candidates, and also, inflation will matter. The price at the gas pump will matter. President Biden's popularity and how involved he gets in the race. Those are all things that are going to be factors and going to make the race interesting to watch for the next several months.
Yeah, because all of those things are also going to have a real impact